It is an almost difficult job where how you can convert every relative of yours as an ophthalmologist or a management person or a business person into their own group, which is amazing. I mean, he's made almost like a cult, where he used to tell me that he used to call his age group, convince them, and after the age of retirement in 1976, at the age of 58, he was vice principal of Madurai Medical College, and he took a loan and he started the Arundhati Hospital, an 11-bedded house in Ananagar in Madurai, in a rental place. And I think you can imagine, he asked Dr. Natarajan and Dr. Natarajan is his sister, to resign, and they resigned only a year later from Madurai Medical College and joined. And later, because he made friendship with Morton Goldberg, and I think amazing what everybody knows what he has done and what's happening. And I think so. Those days he used to call all the grandchildren. Every Sunday they had a brunch from I think almost from 9 to 1, and he was giving like a satsang and almost brainwashing. And I have seen, I don't know how many of you have interacted with him, and he's never like a Badrinath or Dr. Rao, and they are all short-tempered. I don't know, I have never seen Dr. Venkateswamy lose his temper, but Nempermal Swami loses his temper, but he is never lost. I think he was a taskmaster. In the medical college, he was starting his OPD at 7, so he was sitting at the attendance register at 6:45 in the morning, and he got his work done. And same thing my father was doing in the government at 4 in the morning. So I think they are all sacrificed, and because of his crippled hand, he didn't feel anything. He used to hold the scalpel like this, and I have seen him operating like this. He used to hold the Von Raffes knife and do the section. And I have also done Von Raffes, I'm sure Viridhar also would have done Von Raffes intracapsular cataract surgery. So go big on passion for action. There are many things in life that will catch your eye, but only a few will catch your heart and pursue those. So because you can have various ideas what you want to do. I think the passion is the one which you have to follow. It's so hard when you have to, and so easy when you want to. So I think it is like my father used to say, when you want to study, I used to get up late. When I want to go for athletics, I used to get up in the morning and go. Forget that you are a talented worker. Nothing in this world can take the place of persistence. So that's why the 5 P's I remember. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful people with talent. And what is more important, your goals and the attitudes that help you achieve those goals. So I think your attitude is the most important, because I'm sure this is what I remember even in late 80s. So many fellows are Badrinath trained, and I think everybody is not shining. I think it's also not only the teacher, it's yourself how you want to shape yourself. Always add willingness to learn. Think about it, the difference in waiting to be taught and willing to learn. And this is Steve Jobs. Older people sit down and ask, what is it? But the child asks, what can I do with it? And that's what Steve Jobs did. And I don't know how many of you have read his biography. I mean, even though he was not a, I should appreciate he is truthfully written his biography. But I think he was a taskmaster, and he was started the Macintosh, then the Apple, and thrown out of Apple, and then 10 years later he was brought back, and you know what Apple has done. And whatever he has done, amazing. With one instrument you can do everything, and you can even present your presentation from the iPhone itself. And planning your career success dish. A smart plan, skills and knowledge, and look for a mentor. A career success is never complete without a smart plan. What is a smart plan? Quite simply, a smart plan is actually an acronym for the specific, measurable, achievable, results focused, and time bound. And this is what nobody learns. And I think anybody wants to make a project, anybody wants to do it, everybody knows that within a week. So I have, the CEO is not here now. He always tells all our staff, okay, tell me date and time, when you will complete. But they never do that. Because already you are not clear when you want to do. And whatever your mind only works, that's what you will do. And that's why I take this printout from the Wikipedia, the procrastination. Because the procrastination definition is whatever is not important, they keep doing. And whatever is most important is tell we'll do later. And it's never done. And skills and knowledge. When you know your weakness, commit to strengthen them. I think we should know what's your strength, and at the same time, if it's weak, strengthen that. And look for a mentor. A mentor's primary role is to teach and advise. you should accept your mentor's advice with openness and respect. And my mentor is Dr. Srinivas, the chairman emeritus of Dr Natarajan. And here, the mediocre teacher tells, the good teacher explains, the superior teacher demonstrates, the great teacher inspires. So I think he has to inspire, and I think he's inspired. And I always told him that so many things in life I've learned, not only ophthalmology. And I think that's the teacher should be. And I think a teacher is happy when a student excels the teacher. And I think he's a great teacher. And the reason I'm telling is, I think Giridhar will be there. I mean, he was there. When I became a consultant, he made a special consent form, which I don't think nobody will do, and I will do. He mentioned to the patient in a consent form that whatever surgery Dr. Natarajan will do is same as mine or better than mine, and taken written consent and asked me to operate, because nobody was doing vitrectomy surgery, including Dr. Gopal, who was allowed to do only scleral buckling in 85, and I think he allowed me to do more vitreous surgery than anybody. And he also, because in Dr Natarajan there is no surgery without buckle, everything is with buckle. So when I read the article published by Robert McMahon in American Journal of vitrectomy for macular hole with the attachment and only fluid air exchange and prone position, he actually refuted. I don't know whether the video was there or when after you left. And he refuted, he said, how can it be? I said, American Journal has published, how can you say it doesn't work? I said, I want to do. So he allowed me to do, and that's the greatness of him. And I did, and surgery went well, and I think in 86 nobody was touching macular hole with detachment and nobody was using silicone oil, at least in Shanknath group, because Dr. Skippers, during his fellowship, was training the people only to remove the oil, and he was against silicone oil. And we had Professor Akio Yamanaka and Fumitaka Ando, who came and taught us silicone oil, and later Jovanovic, because there was a wrong name given to Dr. Jovanovic as Siliconovich, because they thought he uses every eye silicone oil. It's not like that. So anyhow, I think the whole idea is, I think you need a great teacher, and if you have a great teacher, I think you have made it. And he follows the Shankaracharya, like Adi Shankaracharya's message. The words of Shankaracharya, the need to create a hospital with a missionary spirit, inspired him to start the charitable non-profit eye hospital. And actually, he was trained in 1971. I think he came to Chennai in 1974, and I remember because I was in the school and he used to come home, and he actually wanted to join government eye hospital, as those days they had that honorary system. And my father discouraged him to join, not to join the government, because he was already in doldrums and he would have been trusted. But anyhow, he started his career in HM Hospital, where consulting room, one room was this, and the next room was Dr. P.C. Reddy. You can imagine, they both have done wonders. Dr. P.C. Reddy made the first corporate Apollo, and Dr. Badrinath made this first non-charitable eye hospital, which is still the number one, and I think all of us know that. And so it's a temple of the eye and servicing self. At the same time, they have started serving selflessly without any caste, creed, or religious consideration. Ranked number one in India in all evaluations by various press and various organizations, and still. And he follows the Adi Shankara's message, not by penance, not by visiting holy rivers, not by reading scriptures, not by chanting mantras. He won't criticize me, but he always used to tell me, I have not read so many mantras like you, Brother will say, but I think I have learned it, but only by performing selfless service to humanity, one can cross the ocean of life. And that's what Swami Vivekananda says, and that's what I follow now, is that people who live for others are the people who live, and the people others are equivalent to death. And I always bow down to my Guru for whatever I am today and whatever I am going to do. Enjoying the process of career success. One, we need, as an ophthalmologist, all of us here, should have clarity of vision. And I think that's the biggest problem. I ask anybody, what do you want to do? I don't know, sir. I have to get marks, then I will decide whether to do ophthalmology or not. Then after doing ophthalmology, what do you want to do? I don't know. Everything they leave it to. I know it's difficult. People used to say, no, sir, the competition is too much now. When was there no competition? I think when we studied in Tamil Nadu, only 10 medical colleges were there, and all were government. There was no private medical college. But now I know 10 medical colleges may be there in one area. conviction to succeed and confident to be